Chargers 2026 NFL schedule release video. 10 hilarious jokes, thief, Mike Vrabel Diana Russini scandal, Chiefs referee shade, and more. The Los Angeles Chargers released their scheduled video for the upcoming season on Thursday. Similar to last year's format, the social media team once again made it interesting by including several references from the league, while drawing inspiration from the art style of the game called Hello. Below are the 10 hilarious jokes hidden in the Chargers schedule video. The Los Angeles Chargers did not shy away from poking fun at the Mike Vrabel Diana Russini scandal that took the NFL world by storm this offseason. They take on the New England Patriots in Week 12. Looking to predict NFL playoff scenarios? Try our NFL playoff predictor for real-time simulations and stay ahead of the game. The Chargers trolled Vrabel's team in the video with a race titled, "Conquer the Cupcakes." This seemed like a jab at the fact that they arguably had one of the easiest schedules last season. There is also a next photo dump 1 mile sign in the video, which looks like a reference to the fact that photos of the Vrabel and Russini have been leaked to the public in batches since the first photos of them together at a private resort in Sedona. The Patriots part of the video ended with a New York Post notification popping up, as they were the ones to break the story about the scandal. In Week 5 and Week 18, the Chargers will face coach Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. They announced this matchup by making fun of quarterback Bo Nix's injury and how Jarrett Stidham failed to impress as the replacement during the playoffs. Nix was impressive in his second year with the team last season, helping them emerge as the #1 seed in the AFC. However, he suffered a broken ankle during their divisional round victory over the Bills. Thus, the Broncos sidelined him and named Jarrett Stidham as the QB1 during their AFC Championship loss to the Patriots. The San Francisco 49ers suffered multiple injury concerns last season, resulting in a playoff divisional round elimination. A theory then emerged that these injuries were caused by an electrical substation close to their facility in Santa Clara. The Chargers made fun of this in their schedule video, with characters running through an electrical substation and falling because of the injuries suffered during the process. They faced the 49ers in Week 15. Keon Coleman had a lot of hype when the Bills drafted him 33rd overall in 2024. He instantly became a fan favorite after admitting his love for cookies during his introductory press conference, earning the nickname Cookie Monster. However, Coleman has failed to impress with his performance on the field. The Chargers made fun of this in the video with some comments that Cam Newton made, criticizing the wide receiver for his lackluster on-field display. Last season, the Kansas City Chiefs failed to make the playoffs for the first time since 2014. There was also an air of uncertainty about veteran TE Travis Kelce's future. With the onset of the offseason, TMZ made headlines after stories about the tight end's mom, Donna Kelce, and her home renovation, hoping for an answer about her son's NFL future. The Chargers mocked this situation with a Donna Kelce modest home Reno bundle reference in their schedule video. The Chargers will face the Los Angeles Rams in Week 8. They announced this matchup while highlighting the controversy that wide receiver Puka Nacua found himself in after appearing on Adin Ross's livestream. He received a lot of backlash for making a gesture that Ross asked him to do as a touchdown celebration. However, the gesture was considered anti-Semitic in nature. Nacua issued an apology for unknowingly hurting people's sentiments and also took rehab this offseason. In Sept 2024, C.J. Stroud helped the Texans to a victory over the Chicago Bears. A post-game interaction between him and Caleb Williams went viral, where we see him sharing some words of advice with the then-rookie. The Chargers made fun of this moment while announcing their matchup against the Texans in Week 9. The Baltimore Ravens garnered a lot of hype this offseason after seemingly finalizing a trade for defensive end Max Crosby. However, they passed up on this trade after the Las Vegas Raiders star failed his physicals with the team. The Ravens instead signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year deal worth $112 million. The New York Jets were one of the worst teams last season, finishing dead last in the AFC East with a 3-14 record. Los Angeles made fun of the fact that Aaron Glenn and his team made history for the wrong reason. The Jets became the first team since 1933 to not have a single reception in a season. The Dolphins made some major changes this offseason after failing to make the playoffs in the past 2 years. One of the biggest changes was the release of quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. After an unimpressive 2025 campaign, they released him in March while taking on $2 million in dead cap money. The Dolphins also parted ways with wide receiver Tyreek Hill. He missed the entire season after a brutal injury in Week 4 before being released in February. They also fired Mike McDaniel as the coach and named Jeff Hafley as his replacement. LA Chargers Nation. Check out the latest Chargers schedule and dive into the Los Angeles Chargers depth chart for NFL season 2024-25. Quick links.